Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It is really nice to be here with you. I've actually personally have taken the last couple of days to really sit with everything going on. And what I wanted to do today is to hold some space for you. I think there's so much to say, there's so much to think, there's so much heaviness in the air. And so in terms of wellness, I wanted to show up. And so today my theme is about giving yourself permission. And so if we've never met before, my name is Lauren Baptiste. I am an executive wellness coach and founder of my company, Aklo Wellness. I generally work with women that are in corporate, hardworking, ambitious, looking to break through stress and the impediments of stress so that they can thrive. And so I have over 10 years of experience working in corporate, helping individuals, speaking at organizations, really breaking through the effects of stress on a systemic level. There is so much to say about even the environment we're in today, what we're feeling, and how stress is taking part, right? We are feeling the effects of lack of productivity. We're feeling maybe not safe. We are maybe feeling like we can't speak up. We're maybe feeling a lot of things. And so, from a perspective of wellness, what I wanted to really come today with this message of giving yourself permission. Because right now, there's so many messages telling you that you have to be one way or that you have to do something another. And so before we even get started, I would love to take just a few moments to allow you to just be here. It's so easy to be a million places, looking on different media feeds, looking at emails, trying to juggle work, and somehow it just feels harder, as if you're trying to run through honey or like this really thick layer. And so I, like you, feel this layer of thickness, and I appreciate everything that's going on. But I also wanted to make sure that I can hold some space for you. And so it starts right now. So start by finding a nice, comfortable seat. We'll start with a little bit of a visualization, a little meditation. And that way we can move into the next part of our mini class today, feeling really grounded. So feeling like you're in a nice, comfortable seat, allow your sits bones to ground down. Allow your feet to feel rooted down into the earth. It's a really nice practice. So if you're on your tippy toes, if you're on a chair that's not high enough, see if you can bring your chair down just a little bit so that you can feel the earth. And once you feel really grounded in your legs, then you can start to feel grounded in your hips, and then allow your spine to be nice and tall. Invitation here to soften your eyes, close your eyes for just a minute. Maybe hold on to your heart. Feel the rhythm of your breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Again, feeling that groundedness, that connection to the earth. And so what I want to invite for you today, and you can keep your eyes soft and closed if that serves you, is this permission to tap into what you need. Because there are a lot of messages, there are a lot of expectations, there's a lot that's being asked of us right now. And in order to serve on a sustainable level, it's important that we know what we need first. And it's not meant to be selfish. It's making sure that we're coming from the right place. So I want you to keep your hands on your heart if they're there and really feel into what you need right now. Maybe it's just this moment to breathe. Maybe it is a moment to check in with someone you love. Maybe it's an opportunity to get involved. So I want you to feel into your heart and just see what it's asking for in this micro minute. Soften your shoulders, allow your heart to press forward, allow your your heart to shine through, because right now a lot of us are feeling the heaviness, the tension, and we're slouching. It's really an amazing thing that we can notice that our body will react to how our mind is feeling. So if we're feeling heavy or sad, you notice you hunch over, your breath becomes shorter. This exercise of this visualization is really finding this expansion in the belly, in the collarbones, in the heart, and in the breath. So taking these few breaths here, inhale, breathe, and exhale, release. One last breath. Awesome. So invitation to keep this strong, steady, fluid breath throughout our practice today. But what I want to talk about is this idea of permission, because it can be really hard. There are quotes that are even saying silence is taking the stance of the oppressor. And right now, what you might need is a moment to figure out how you want to respond. And you have permission. You have permission to take a step back. You have a permission to think back on your life. You have permission to feel, right? I have control. We talked about this right when COVID began. There are things I have control over. There are things I don't have control over. To the extent that I worry about the things that I don't have control over, it really brings me stress and anxiety. So the thing is, with what's happening right now, as we ally with our Black brothers and sisters, it's so important to really ally, figure out how can you do that? And the beautiful thing is the way that you do it can be so different than the way that someone else does it. And that's the beauty of being you and using your creative gifts in service to others. So I want you to take a few moments, and if your hands are still at your heart and if your eyes are still closed, just allowing yourself to feel into what your creative gifts are and feeling into how you may be able to show up for humanity right now. In the middle of a socioeconomic hardship, in the middle of a financial crisis, in the middle of a pandemic globally, there's so much going on. But more than ever, we need you today. We need you to feel into your heart and feel in how you're called to show up to serve one another. If there's any message, that's the one message that I have really resonated with that might resonate with you. And if this message doesn't, that's okay too. But it's really to give yourself this permission to not act on how you're being told to, but act on how you can really create change in the long run. And so that might mean, if you're a teacher, talking to your students. If you're a mother, talking to your kids. If you're a family member, talking to others in your family, doing so in a really peaceful way. In yoga and Ayurveda, one of the most important principles that come up and continue to stand at the forefront is this principle of ahimsa. And ahimsa means nonviolence, not violent to ourselves, not violent to one another, not violent to animals, not violent at all, right? And we could be violent even if we're not doing something, right? Creating havoc in some way. The words we say, the things that we type, the things that we give on social media either are adding or they can be detrimenting or kind of like taking away. And so I want to give you that permission to add, to show up, to have the hard conversation. It's really challenging to step up. And especially when working with leaders, this is the opportunity for you to step up in a way that feels aligned. So whatever you're feeling right now, and I'm seeing some messages come in that this just feels really hard. And I feel you. It's really a challenging place. If you're someone in the Black community, it might be hard because now all of a sudden you're getting a lot of attention and you're wondering if it's going to last. If you're not in that community, you're not sure how to show up. But this is the difference. And this is where Ayurveda and yoga is so beautiful, is that instead of worrying about how we're showing up based on the color of our skin, let's show up for each other in a way that's bringing love, in a way that is connecting from my soul to yours. And so whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, whatever, right, is kind of your source, there's this spark within each of us that is unique and that is divine and that is meant to give love. And so what we're seeing right now is a lot of giving of love, and we're seeing calls for love. And now more than ever, there is a huge call to step up and love. And so my challenge to you as leaders, as empowered individuals, as those who are just kick ass and are not sure how to go from here, I ask you to take one small action. And maybe that will give you the clarity. Give yourself permission to take that one small, brave action. Maybe it's calling somebody. Maybe it's spreading awareness. Maybe it's making a donation. Maybe it's just retweeting. Maybe it's liking, right? It doesn't have to be a huge gesture to show love and to encourage love and to not berate one another for our opinions, but to hold space and to understand that the opinions that might come out strongest right now are the ones that need the most love. And so the message is really simple today, is to give yourself that permission to stand up, to take action, to do something that is not just of service to you and those who you know or in your community or that you're around, but to do it for someone else because you know that that's what they deserve. That's what everybody deserves. It's a human right. It's a soul to soul right. And most importantly, it feels good. I mean, I don't know if that's the most important. It's not at all, but it feels good to love. And so maybe today, if only for today, I can drop my barriers a little bit. Maybe if only for today, I can do something bold and brave that might make me uncomfortable. Maybe if today I can ally with someone who's so different than me. And so that's the work today. Because once you do that one small thing, it will snowball. You'll want to make another phone call. You'll want to post another tweet, but do it from a place of love. And so if for some reason that feels really hard, it's really hard for me to love right now. All I want to do is fight or troll or, if that doesn't feel good, then I need to check myself. Because if I am spewing hate, then it's only creating more hate. It's only crying out, to be honest, that hate is just a cry for love. So my invitation to you today is to love deeper, love more sincerely, and give yourself permission to do it openly. That's my message for today, everybody. I hope that you stay well. Things are hard, and I can feel that. It's very thick in the air, and I think it's important that we discuss these things and can do so in a place where we feel safe. So I'm here if you have any questions, if you want to feel safe, if you want to share something, if you're trying to navigate how to do this. I'll tell you, I don't know how to do this perfectly, but I'm just showing up today and giving my heart. And that's my hope, is that's enough for right now. And I'm going to keep doing that week after week, because wellness is not just about having clear complexion or getting rid of rashes or better sleep. It's fixing what's troubling my mind so that my body can manifest better, so that I can serve humanity better. And if I can do that, then I think that's my contribution. And I think that's okay for right now. And I'm giving myself permission for that to be okay. Sending you all of my love, my support, my encouragement. I'm here for you if I can be in any way, any day. Feel free to email me, lauren@akalowawellness.com. Let's connect on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you're seeing this today. I would love to stay in touch. I would love to support you. Please never hesitate to reach out, because it's together that we can create some really awesome stuff. So have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Take care.